Hello, I'm Victor, and this is The Junkyard. October is here, and that means that Halloween is finally upon us. I love Halloween. It's the one holiday that encourages people to have fun with their fears. And in the spirit of Halloween, I am once again going to be choosing a monster of October. Just one monster that I will be doing several reviews of up until Halloween. I've already done werewolves, and I've done Frankensteins, if that's a word, but this year, I go deeper. Yes, it is the October of the Sea Monster, and that deeper line just then was not meant solely as a pun. See, longtime viewers of The Junkyard may be aware of the fact that I have a fear of marine life that mere undead or skinwalkers just can't inspire. So we're going deeper in here, folks, to face my fears, and what better place to start than, well, on the surface, with 2011's Creature, released just last month.
Before I go on, there will be spoilers. The first thing to spoil? Although they are marine animals, choosing an Alligator Man movie was already pretty dubious for Sea Monster Month, so it doesn't help that this is more of a hillbilly death trap film than a Gator Man film. In any case, the story is pretty basic. Unbearable young people going on vacation stop in backwater town. Hillbillies lead them into a trap to feed them to their monster god. Turns out a couple of the teens are incestuous traders, and everybody gets picked off one at a time. Like all movies of this type, the filmmakers have us spend a lot of time with the characters so that the audience can shed their sense of human empathy for them before shit gets real. And they succeeded. I was rooting for the monster within 5 minutes. Failing the monster, an airstrike.
In fact, telling you about the characters ought to tell you everything you need to know about the movie.
The couple Niles and Emily are the film's protagonists, and are, thus, the most likable. I'd go so far as to say that they'd be likable even if I wasn't comparing them to the other characters. I actually like what I think the filmmakers were doing with Oscar and Beth, another couple. I think they were trying to fool the audience into thinking they were the protagonists. Oscar was clean cut, Beth was a good girl to the point of nausea, she used replacement swears for fudge's sake, and both were white. So when it turned out that Niles and Emily were the focus, it threw me off a little. The last couple were the brother, sister, boyfriend, girlfriend team of Randy and Karen, annoying and erratic when we thought they were just cannon fodder, slightly more interesting when it turned out they were traitors, leading the other friends to their religiously inbred cult family. Then there was Captain Spaulding. No, I'm not referencing his more famous character for laughs. Except for his name and makeup, this is Captain Spaulding, a guy who lures young vacationers into a fate worse than death using a friendly personality underlined with menace. He plays Randy and Karen's father. And lastly, we have Grimly, the titular Creature. Possibly of mythical origin, more likely just the result of massive inbreeding. The human villains are all direct, very direct, descendants of him. They routinely sacrifice women to him in order to essentially bring new breeding stock into their rapidly dwindling line.
Yeah, it's another hillbilly rape film.
As for Grimly himself, pretty cheap overall. He's just a big guy. He barely does any alligatory things, really. He just stomps around and smashes folk, mostly. He barely even goes in the water, and when you actually see him up close, it doesn't look good. The mask is pretty stiff, and his grin is more goofy than threatening.
The rest of the movie is pretty much standard, run, die, die. But there is something about the final confrontation that I consider worthy of note. I won't give too much away, but basically it has two things that I hate. The hero taking way more abuse than he could reasonably survive, much less walk away from, and the off-screen victory.
Overall, this is a hard movie to get through, and getting through it isn't worth it. There isn't even very much novelty, if any, no scares, and for all that they tried to disturb us, there was surprisingly little actual gore.
So that was 2011's Creature. Stay tuned for the other Halloween reviews in this October of the Sea Monster, but meanwhile, this has been Victor with The Junkyard. Thanks for watching, and have a good day. By the way, there's something I forgot to mention about two of the three male leads. Let me explain it to you with a skit.
Well, those are some pretty girls you lured over here. Good work. Thanks, Pop. But, dang, they do got themselves some big boyfriends, don't they? Yeah, but we and Granddad can take care of them, right? Oh, sure, of course. Are they in sports? No, Navy SEALs. Navy SEALs. Right, Pop. Trained to survive in hostile situations, kill with their bare hands? Yep. The kind of skills that could be really useful for evening the odds if they were, say, unarmed and attacked by hillbillies and big deformed guys, huh? Mm-hmm. Oh, shit.